Hello and welcome to the show with Chat with Sam Khangura. Let me introduce to Mr. Sam Khangura. He's a broker of record for Royal LePage Platinum Realty. Sam has over 2 decades of experience in real estate industry, working from assistant to a realtor to the broker of record. Sam has started his real estate career in 2002 and worked as a solo agent, then operated a successful real estate team, and now operating a best in tech Royal LePage office. Welcome, Sam. How are you?
Excellent.
Thank you so much for taking out time from your busy schedule for us. Okay, Sam, I was in a conversation with my professor, and he recently told me that more than 50% of the population in Toronto is becoming a real estate agent. So, I, being a graduate, or anyone else who wanted to start or wants to start his career as a real estate agent, why he should enter into the market because there is so much of competition.
So we do any job or anything because of two reasons. Either we have to do it, second, we want to do it. If you want to choose a real estate career as your profession, it shouldn't be that you have to do it. It should be you want to do it. Now, why we want to do the things? So again, two reasons. First, we have a passion to do the things. Let's say I want to help the families, or I want to grow my real estate team, or I want to train more people in real estate industry, then I can decide to become a realtor and grow in this career. So that is my passion. If you have a passion, you will be successful. And second thing, there is a strong reason you want to achieve that reason, and this profession is a vehicle to achieve that reason. Let's say my reason might be that I want flexible hours and I want to spend time with my kids, and along with it I want to have a sufficient amount of income as well. Then I might decide to become a realtor. And real estate or any sales profession, this is what I would say, like, this is the best profession, because first skill after we came to this planet earth we acquire is sales. So we are born as a salesperson. Think about any kid. So how successful they are when they have to achieve the things. My son now, he's Shan, he's 16-year-old. I learned so many things from him. Even he was a child at that time. So he used to ask me, Dad, you don't want me to watch TV? I said, yeah, no, like you shouldn't watch TV a lot. Okay, how about if I play with Beyblades? Now he's finding my hot button and trying to sell his pitch to, so that I end up buying toys for him. This is best skill we acquired when we came to this planet earth. So if you want to grow and you want to have a successful life, then real estate career is the best profession, and there is demand as well.
I must say your kid is very intelligent.
No, all the kids are intelligent. The only thing is sometimes we ignore or we don't see that how they're achieving the things, but everyone has skills.
Yes, you are right. In our families, we pitch something to the parents, or parents pitch something to the kids so that they can focus on study.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, right. What I see in a bigger perspective is that most of the people, like 90% of the people, work for money. Like you said, there should be some things that we have to do or what we want to do.
Yeah.
Like what we have seen that people work for money. So let's come on money. How much do you think is the average income of a real estate agent?
So, like, instead of talking about number in money, so I would go on the other side, that if you're working as a full-time professional as a realtor, so how many families I can help in 1 year, or how many transactions I can do. So if you are not doing 20 transactions as a full-time realtor, then it means something is wrong. Either it is not your passion, or you don't have a strong why you're doing it, or for whom you're doing it, or you don't have proper guidance how to do the things.
Thank you for answering that. Now let's move on to the next question. Where do you think the real estate market is going? Because prices are going up and interest rates are increasing. What will be the scenario of the market in coming time, and what is the state that we are moving into?
So, well, there is a strong demand for real estate, not only in Canada, all over the world. The population is growing, and people, they need homes to live in. So there is a strong demand. Interest rate, yes, are going up and they will come down as well. The only thing, like, you shouldn't get scared to enter into the market. The only thing you need to work on before you buy any property, it should be affordable to you. As long as it's in your affordability range and you're doing investment for long term basis, you do have set goals, there is no risk at all, and the future of real estate is really good.
Okay. Is there any kind of crisis going in the real estate market? Will the market ever collapse and then come to normal, or it will be like this?
So, well, there is no crisis in real estate and it will never collapse. The only crisis is if you did the things without doing proper homework. Let's say I do have affordability to buy one property and I went out and booked three homes, and now there might be a crisis for me. And not only in real estate, it can be in any field of your life. If you are doing things properly and you are getting proper advice from a professional, there is no crisis, there will be no collapse. In real estate industry there is huge demand.
Okay, so you mean we should know how to manage our real estate, right?
Yeah, so don't buy based on speculation, buy with your long term investment goals. The only thing like you should keep in mind while you're buying a property, that it is in your affordability if you are planning to live there, or there is positive cash flow if you're buying from a perspective of investment, and it should be long term, it shouldn't be a short term goal.
So, as we all know, Canada is a homeland for immigrants, and every year around 4 lakh immigrants come to the country. Will there or is there any shortage of houses in Canada? And what is the government going to do for that? And is this the reason for prices going up?
Yeah, so well, I wouldn't say shortage of homes. There is no shortage of properties, but there is a shortage of affordable homes. So there are tons of people who wants to buy the homes, but it is not in their affordability. So prices are going up, and government is doing so many things, but most of the things are proactive. After something happens, then they take action. Let's say interest rate are going up now. So the main reason they are increasing the interest rates is control the inflation. And inflation, they said like it should be between 2 to 3%. And when they started increasing the interest rates, we were at 8%. So it didn't went overnight. So after they let it go, then they start taking actions. But think about the people who bought the properties based on 1.5 or 2% interest rate, and now they're paying 6%. They are in tough situation. So to increase the demand, government is doing so many things as well. Bill 23, uh, making the homes faster. In 2022 they passed the bill, and also they are freeing up Greenland. I will not go into debate like who gonna get most benefit from this change, but they are taking some steps. But at the same time, what I feel, they're not doing much to increase affordability. Yes, they brought like non-resident tax, and government got some revenue as well. So the revenue what we are getting from those things, it should go back to help the people who are looking to buy the homes to live.
Okay.
Right, city of Toronto, they increase the land transfer tax. Let's say if I'm buying a house in Peel, I have to pay half tax, and if I'm buying a house in city of Toronto, then I have to pay double tax.
Oh.
So then the revenue they're collecting from that thing, it should go back in the housing sector, not in
In
anything
anything.
else. So those things are missing, and government can do it. Even government is not responsible. As a citizen, it's your job as well. You have to ask your MPs that okay, so what they are doing to make it affordable. So there is no shortage of homes. You can buy anything if you have money, but yes, there is a big shortage of affordable homes.
The people have this question: is it a good time to invest? Because as you said, the prices and the interest rates are going up. So, is this the best time for me to invest in the market? Because of that, there is one more trend that is going into the market, that is reverse migration. Because prices are going up, interest rates are going up, and there is inflation, people are going back to their home countries. So, what should we do?
So, well, all the times are best. So I did the studies like what happened in 1989, 90s. there was a recession at that time. Prices went down dramatically at that time. Then again, there was a slowdown in 2002. In 2007, there was again slowdown. In 2017, there was slowdown. Slowdown was there during recession, and again now prices went down. So doesn't matter like when you're buying a property, all the times are good time. If you're buying at the peak, you will never go wrong. Even prices come down because they come down for a short period of time. The only thing is, as long as I mentioned earlier, if it is affordable to you, or if it's your investment property, there is a positive cash flow, then there is no risk at all, and all the timings are good.
All right. Canada has a lot of students, right? Students have this question: can I invest into real estate, or can I buy a house being a student?
Yes, being a student, you can buy a house, but in Ontario, if you are not a permanent resident, then you have to pay non-resident tax, which is around 25%, and you do get it back after you get your permanent resident status. But the question is, how many students or how many of us we do have leverage of having those kind of funds? But even though as a student, if your plan is to stay here and get PR status in Canada, then you should start planning to buy homes. Like buying a home is a process. It will never happen overnight. If you're a student, then from today, you should meet a professional and get a advice. You are goaling that you will get your permanent resident status in 2 years or 3 years, then that's good for you. Like you can start planning, you can start saving money, you can start building your career, and you can pick the locations. Or the other thing is, let's say you can go with the pre-construction properties as well, so that by the time the property is ready, then you will get your permanent resident status. But make sure you will be permanent resident at that time, otherwise you will stuck. But get a professional advice, and with proper planning, you can buy a house. Even if I'm a permanent resident, I will not buy overnight. I need some time.
Okay. So how much money do we need to invest in? Let's say for both, as a student, or if you are on a work permit, or you are the permanent resident of the country. How much money do you need to buy a home?
So minimum down payment, if you are planning to buy a property to live there, is 5%. And if you are planning as an investment property, it is 20%. And again, it depends on your income as well, that how
All right.
much income you have and how much loan it can support. But
Okay.
the minimum down payment is 5%.
It's as low as 5%.
Yep, exactly.
All right. And you also said in between pick a location. So what is the best area to invest in?
So best area to invest in, all the locations are good. And for me, it might be Mississauga. And if I don't have that kind of income, then I might decide to go outskirts. Like I don't want to wait 5 years so that I save enough down payment and I can buy a house in Mississauga. Any location is good as long as it's in your affordability. And let's say if I'm working in Toronto and I cannot afford to buy a home in Toronto, then the other option is I can keep renting in Toronto and I can buy a property outside, let's say in Oshawa or Cambridge, Kitchener-Waterloo, and can rent out the property over there. So that I'm paying rent to someone and someone else is paying rent to me, but I'm in real estate market, and while I'm sleeping, my down payment money is growing.
Okay, so let's say I am working in Toronto and I don't want to move, and I buy a house in Oshawa, or say Orangeville, or any other outskirts,
Okay.
where from my perspective I'm never going to live in there, right?
Mhm.
So if I bought one house in the outskirts and I am working in Toronto, do I also have the option to buy in Toronto as well? Because already the mortgage is there on that house. So can I do that?
Yes, definitely you can buy, you can have two properties, three properties, even in fact, like so many people they own multiple properties. I can buy a property in Orangeville, and the scenario I can give it that today I do have let's say $50,000, and I bought a property in Orangeville, and I'm renting in Toronto. And 5 years down the road or 3 years down the road, now Orangeville property has a equity. I can refinance, can take 200,000 to 300,000 out of this property. Still, my tenants are paying my mortgage over there, and I can use that money to buy primary residence property in Toronto.
All right. All right. Thanks a lot, Sam. It was wonderful having a chat with you. Thanks a lot. We'll see you next time with more of the questions from the market, and we'll surely meet up again and discuss about the real estate market.
Yeah,
Thanks a lot.
yeah. Thanks, Rahul. Thanks for your time.